Football loves stories of greatness. Players who rise from nowhere, dominate the biggest stages, and stay at the top for years. But football also has another side, a far more painful one. Because sometimes the most fascinating careers aren't the ones that last forever. They are the ones that burn bright and disappear too soon. Players who looked destined to dominate football for a decade, but somehow lost their way. Tonight, we look at three of the most heartbreaking falls in modern football history: Mario Balotelli, Fernando Torres, and Kaká. When Mario Balotelli appeared in Italian football, he looked like the future. Tall, powerful, technically gifted, a striker who could score from anywhere. At just 17 years old, he made his debut for Inter Milan, and it didn't take long before people realized he was different. Balotelli wasn't just talented, he was fearless. Under Jose Mourinho, Inter Milan became one of the strongest teams in Europe, and Balotelli was part of that squad. But even then, the warning signs were already there. Arguments with teammates, conflicts with coaches, and a personality that refused to be controlled. In 2010, Balotelli left Inter and joined Manchester City. It was supposed to be the next step in his rise. The Premier League, a new challenge, a bigger stage. And at first, it worked. He scored important goals, produced unforgettable moments, including the famous "Why Always Me" celebration against Manchester United. But the chaos never stopped. Training ground fights, red cards, constant headlines off the pitch. Managers started losing patience. Fans started losing trust. And slowly, Balotelli's career began to drift. He moved from club to club: AC Milan, Liverpool, Nice, Marseille. Each transfer looked like a fresh start, but the pattern never changed, and the player once considered one of the most talented strikers of his generation never reached the heights everyone expected. Balotelli didn't disappear because of injuries. He didn't disappear because of lack of ability. He disappeared because football requires more than talent. It requires discipline. And sometimes, that is the hardest thing to control. Before the struggles, Fernando Torres was unstoppable. At Liverpool, he was one of the most feared strikers in the world. Torres arrived from Atletico Madrid in 2007, and the impact was immediate. His first season in England was incredible. 24 league goals, relentless speed, clinical finishing. Defenders simply couldn't handle him. His partnership with Steven Gerrard became one of the most dangerous duos in Europe. In just a few seasons, Torres became a Liverpool icon. But football careers can change quickly. In January 2011, Chelsea made a shocking move. They paid a British record transfer fee for Torres, around £50 million. Expectations were enormous. Chelsea believed they had just signed one of the best strikers in the world. But from the moment he arrived in London, something felt different. The sharpness disappeared. The confidence faded. The goals stopped coming. Fans grew impatient, and every missed chance only increased the pressure. Torres wasn't the same player anymore. Injuries had already taken their toll, but more importantly, his confidence was gone. The striker who once looked unstoppable now hesitated in front of goal. He still had moments, including the famous goal against Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. But the dominant Torres never truly returned. If Balotelli was chaos and Torres was confidence, Kaká was elegance. Few players have ever moved across a football pitch with the same effortless grace. At AC Milan, Kaká became the face of a golden generation. His ability to carry the ball through midfield was unmatched. Long strides, perfect timing, and goals that felt inevitable. In 2007, he reached the peak of world football. He won the Ballon d'Or, becoming officially the best player in the world. For many fans, it looked like the beginning of a long reign, but football rarely follows perfect stories. In 2009, Kaká joined Real Madrid, a transfer worth around 65 million euros, one of the biggest deals in football history at the time. But his time in Spain never truly matched expectations. Injuries began to appear, muscle problems, knee issues, surgery. And while Kaká was fighting to regain his form, another star was rising in Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo. The team evolved around him, and Kaká slowly lost his place. The player who once dominated Europe was suddenly struggling just to stay fit. He eventually returned to AC Milan, but the magic of his prime years was gone. Football remembers champions, the trophies, the records, the moments of glory. But sometimes the most unforgettable careers are the ones that remind us how fragile greatness can be. Balotelli, Torres, Kaká. Three players who once looked unstoppable. Three careers that showed us that in football, the fall can arrive faster than anyone expects.